Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan Hape. I'm a multi-instrumentalist and live looper from Columbus, Ohio. My most recent video I have here on the YouTube page is a cover of Feel Good Inc. by the Gorillaz, and I want to go ahead and break down how I do that. First thing I want to go over in this video is my general setup, what kind of pedals I'm using. I'm also live looping using the RC505 Mark II by Boss. I've been using that for the past year or so, and it's really kind of opened up my abilities to not just loop, but the kind of effects that are on that. I've also recently downsized my pedal board using one of the Zoom pedals, multi-effects, to run a couple different effects. For this video, I'm just going to be using it to run reverb, but I want to show you some of those things, give you a layout of how I loop and a little bit of insight to the inputs and outputs routing, so that way I can loop certain instruments while having the other instruments or inputs not recorded. So let's get started. First thing I want to talk about is the bass synth wah I have. So that pedal is set up just to have an octave on it. It is made for these kind of weird sounds. Daft Punk used it a lot on Human After All. Very odd sounds on this thing. And it doesn't do a whole lot else other than those kind of twisted sounds, but it does have a really awesome, well-tracking bass sound. And that's kind of hard to find. It is a little robotic, but I kind of like the tightness of that. Next thing, I actually have two analog foot switches for the RC505. I have one set up for my loop 1, one set up for loop 2, one for loop 3, and then one that starts and stops everything. I would love to be more advanced and get some MIDI going on, but I like the simple setup of just having the line cables for that. After that, I've just got Plumes by Earthquaker Devices I use for a boost. The MXR phaser, I have that, the Phase 90. I like the script version. And then I have the Memory Toy doing my delay. I really like the Electro Harmonix analog delays. In fact, the thing I took off the board most substantially was the Memory Man with the chorus. But as a guitarist, love that analog stuff. And then lastly, of course, as I talked about, the Zoom pedal I just recently acquired. It's the chorus and reverb and delay pedal. Has amazing sounds. In fact, just going through it, just real fun to mess around with. So I'm just going to be using that for a reverb today. All right, and then on the RC505 here, what I have set up, I'll go backwards here. So C is going to be this light chorus. I use this when I do the rapping parts. It adds a thickness to it. I could probably make it a little bit wider or spacier, but it's working for me right now. So that's what I'm using. Then on B, the radio voice, using a slight amount of distortion. It does drop in volume a little bit just because I have it set up for live where you have a lot of opportunities for feedback to happen. So I have that one set up a little low. So I try and just cup the mic a little bit when doing that. And then lastly is a reverb. And the reverb I usually set about halfway and then really take it up in that chorus, the chorus of that song. So those are my effect setups there. Then on this side, the output side, I have just a beat scatter. I do run everything to a click track that is optimal for this kind of looping, especially when things drop out and you have to keep it on time with everything else. Oh, and then lastly here we have the Cat drum machine. It's not anything special, but I love the tweakability of it. I love the simplicity of it. So as we run through this song, I'm just going to kind of talk about each thing. So first, I start with having my bass synth wah on, all effects to the inputs off. So number 3 here, I have set up so that there is no vocal mic going into it. That allows me to play and sing at the same time and only record just the guitar or drums as I'm going. Usually I also have a little aux percussion mic here, but I do not use it for this song, so no need. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to turn on my click at 138 BPM. Have my bass synth wah on, and we'll give it a start. 2, 3. So that part completely doing footwork to to get the loop started, I start it with the bass just because that's how the song starts. It can get a little sketchy when I start to do drums because the drums can be a little far off. All right, next thing, still no effects on the input. I'm going to get started on the vocal percussion. Shake, 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 feel good. 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 Shake, shake. I made that last twice as long as I really need to, but it works, so there we go. All right, and then this one, because I have to get the guitar working on 3, because I'm singing with it, I'm going to be recording the drums on 4. Now, tricky part of this for me is that I do not have 4 on my pedal setup, so I have to use it by hand. This part I always mess up, so we're just going to do it until we get it right. There we go. Cool. All right, that works. All right, next thing I do is I turn off the bass synth wah. I turn on my reverb. I turn on my delay. And then I've been doing this song this way for a while, so I don't even know if this is the actual guitar part, but I have fun doing it this way. So here we go. Then I'm going to continue on with the actual chords. And I didn't used to do that because it's too much in the beginning, but by the time I jump back to it from the chorus, it's just too thin, so I like having that in there. All right, turn on the distortion, and here we go.
The city's breaking down on a camel's back. They just got to go cause they don't know whack. And while they fill the streets, it's appealing to see they won't get out of county cause they're mad and free. They got a new horizon, it's ephemeral style. A melancholy town where they never smile. And all I wanna hear is the message beep.
I start turning up the reverb, and then here we go. Gonna turn off everything. Then just loop the guitar.
Windmill, windmill for the land. Turn forever, hand in hand. Take forever.
All right, there we go. There's that. Keep that rolling, and then just bring the drums back in. And then I like to do this hop. I don't get it right every time, but actually that's probably better than I did in the video. Everybody into the rap. Chorus. Snapping at those hazmats, fast cats, running them up like cash stacks. So I turned off the chorus guitar part, turned on the chorus effect, and then turned back on my other instruments. So that way we jump back into the verse. Now watch me as I navigate, ha 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 ha. They are ghost town with your sound, with Motown. You in the blink, don't bite the dust, don't run with us, don't kill the sound, don't kill the ink, so don't stop, get it, get it. And then I turn my Phase 90 on and the plumes, and here we go. And then here we go. So this brings in the chorus part again. I'll turn that off. And I turn down the drums because this is kind of a spacier part of the song. So we go back to our effects, really get that reverb up, and I turn off the drums. Back up, and then sing the chorus.
Windmill, windmill for the land. Turn forever, hand in hand. Take forever on the stride.
And then we're going to swap out the vocal percussion and the real drums.
Forever, love is freely. Turn forever, you and me. Windmill, windmill for the
verse and last rap part. I get to switch that and then back. Get it, how you captains in a steady, watch me navigate. Here we're gonna loop this part. So don't stop, get it, how you captains in a steady, watch me navigate. Ha 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 ha. Then the lower voice, get it, how you captains in a steady, watch me navigate. Ha 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 ha. We go into that beat scatter. Now, here is something that I do in my live shows. So I'll show you a bit of this. So as that's going, we're going to turn the tempo up. I go up to 165. I'm going to get rid of that drum track by holding down stop. So as that rolls, I usually go up and then I start cutting into a new song. And then add the bass part to 1 while we have the high pass filter. This song is an original, and I normally have a bunch of reverb on the vocals, and then I'll do this thing where it all disappears. And then it all comes back in. So that's my breakdown of Feel Good Inc. and a bit of Whirling Dervish there. So stop back at the channel. Gonna keep posting covers and I'll keep posting breakdowns. So if you have any questions about my setup or any comments on songs I should try, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Remember to subscribe, and I appreciate you stopping by.